Analyze the salience of sect in Indian society vis-a-vis caste, region and religion. Though the question looks complicated, if you know certain examples and if you know how to raise point after point by establishing a connection between one point and the next point, the question is simple. Let us see. What is the question? They are asking us to write about the importance of sect when you take the case of caste, when you take the case of region, and when you take the case of religion. Okay, first of all, let us prepare a blueprint. First part of the question is comparing or the importance of sect within a caste. Let us see. If you take a caste, within the particular caste itself, there are several subgroups within the caste. Okay, this could be based on theological or philosophical beliefs. That means there could be different interpretations of the religious scriptures within the caste that lead to different subgroups called sect. For example, the Vaishnavites and Shaivites are within the Brahmin caste. Right. Now, not only these particular sects are present within this religion, each of these sects are having diverse set of rituals, festivals and deities. Okay, even between these particular like Brahmins, okay, some people celebrate or worship Vishnu, some people celebrate or worship Shiva. So they will be having their own rituals, festivals according to the deities that they revere. Now, not only in the religious context, the sect is important within the caste, but on the basis of social dynamics and mobility. What is this social dynamics and mobility? We know that the upper caste, like people like belonging to these Brahmins, that is Vaishnavites and Shaivites, they are not giving any kind of perks to the people in the lower caste. So at that time, certain sects arose, like Bhakti and Sufi kind of like subsect within each of the religion, that gave the people, if they join this sect, they need not worry about the hierarchy in society. Okay, they can escape from all rigid hierarchies because they are not going to worship any god-like figure. They are not going to accept any kind of like intermediaryship between like with the priest and all. So if they join this kind of caste, they could this kind of sect within each religion, they could escape the caste hierarchies. So this is the importance of sect within a caste. First we talked about the existence of sect within the religion, within the caste. Then we talked about each, okay, since they are existing, they are having different festivals and deities. Then apart from this religious context, they, if join some caste, they can escape the caste rigidities by escaping the intermediaryship of the priest kind of figures. Okay, now let us see sect vis-a-vis region. We know that certain sects are concentrated in certain region. Okay, for example, if you take the case of Lingayas, they are primarily found in Karnataka. Mayvedi sect, they are found to concentrate in Tamil Nadu. Okay, and because they are concentrating in different parts of the country, these sects or these subgroups will be influencing the rituals or festivals in those places. They might be celebrating the same festival, but because they belong to belong to different sect, there is difference in the kind of or mode of or the practice of celebrations. For example, Durga Puja in West Bengal and Navaratri in many parts of the country are based on the same religious concept. They both are celebrating like Durga, or which is part of Shaktism, but because of the difference in sect, there are differences in the practices, but the timing is similar. Both in, if I am not wrong, September-October period, they are celebrating this Durga Puja in West Bengal and Navaratri in different parts of the country, but both are celebrating Durga, but the Durga Puja name is given in West Bengal, that is influenced by Shaktism, but overall Hindu Navaratri celebrations are like celebrated in different parts of the country, but that is not directly coming under Shaktism. Okay, but still they are celebrating like Durga only. So such kind of differences can happen because of the regional concentration of some sect in some parts of the country. Now, these particular like sect can have, though they are having these much differences, they can have some overall connection as well. Okay, how it is seen? For example, the Ayyavadi sect in Tamil Nadu. Okay, they are celebrating other like Hindu festivals as well, but they have some Dravidian traditions also mixed in those particular celebrations, like in addition to the normal overall Hindu framework. So though this particular sect is concentrated in some particular region, because of that they are celebrating the same festival, but still they will be having that regional influence in that particular sect because of the regional concentration of that particular sect. Then sect vis-a-vis religion. How can you say that? We know that different religion will be having different subsects. In the context of religion we are telling, we know that in Hinduism, in Islam, Sikhism, etc. we have different sects. For example, in Islam we can have Sunni, Shia and Bohra, and these subcategories are arising because of the theological or philosophical variations, just like we saw in the case of caste. For example, Sunni and Shiva both revere and respect and follow Quran, but they have distinct beliefs about the leadership of the like religion after the Prophet Muhammad's death. So that led to sect differentiation. So Sunni people took some other person as the leader, Shia people took some other person as the leader. Now, because of these particular differences in theological and philosophical variations, they can have distinct identity and distinct practices. There are different practices of Sunni and Shia Muslims. Like similarly, if you are taking the case of these Sikhs, okay, if you are taking the case of Sikhs, they are predominantly divided into sects like Khalsa and Sahajdari. Okay, both though belongs to Sikhism, each have unique practices and identity markers. Okay, they will be wearing dress, they will be having a different god, they will be having different religious practices, etc. So what we can say is that while caste, religion and region are the major players, like when comes to the when we take the case of identity and social dynamics in India, okay, they are separate vote banks in themselves, but the concept of sect add another layer of complexity, that is making the overall picture more complex. So sect is intersecting and influencing the other three dimensions of caste, religion and region, and plays a salient role in shaping India's intricate socio-cultural tapestry. With that we will be concluding. So we will see once again. We can say that India is a mosaic of different cultures and traditions, and apart from caste, religion and region, sect is adding to this complexity. Now we took the case of sect, importance of sect within a caste. We said that there can be different subdivisions within a particular caste, okay, based on in the context of religion. In the context of religion, within the caste there can be subsect. We talked about Vaishnavites and Shaivites. Because of these sect differences, they can have different ritualistic differences as well. Because they will be having Vaishnavites and Shaivites will be having different rituals, festivals and different deities. And apart from this religious context, within a caste, this particular sect, if they are belonging to different sect, they will be having different perks. They are belonging to this higher caste, they will be having a different set of perks and upper kind of like hold over others. But if they are joining sects like these Shramana traditions, like Bhakti or Sufi traditions, they can escape the caste rigidities. Then we talked about regional influence of sect. We talked about some sects are concentrated in some particular geography, and because of that there are cultural and like festive, different set of cultural and festive practices. We took the example of Durga Puja and Navaratri celebration. Then though they are having these differences, they are having an overall connection. For example, though the Ayyavadi sect in Tamil Nadu, they are celebrating different Hindu festivals, they will be adding some Dravidian tinge to it as a difference. Then coming to the case of religion, within the religion there can be different subsects called like if you are taking the case of Islam, Sunni, Shia, Bohra, etc. This is because of theological and philosophical variations. Like we took the case of Sunni and Shia. Then these differences are leading to different set of identities and practices. We take the case of Sikh, and we have discussed about the Khalsa and Sahajdari sect within the Sikh, and that led to unique practices, dress code, kind of attitudes, celebrations, etc. So we will be concluding that apart from the caste, religion and region dimension, like sect is also adding as the fourth layer of dimension as a marker of identity and social dynamics in India. Then like intersection of all these is like shaping the India's intricate socio-cultural tapestry. With that we will be winding up. Thank you.